Well, I have come here representing UNESCO because among my roles is I represent the institution UN Water. But that is the secondary reason. The main reason is because urban water management is a most critical issue that we're going to have in water management in this century. Because now there's not only a tremendous inorganic growth of many cities in the developing countries, and there are also a lot of deteriorating, crumbling infrastructure in cities of the developed countries. But now the fact is that many perceive, and in some cases real, that the water resources available might be very much stretched to cover the population. And then the type of social issues that you have, especially in the informal settlements around cities in developing countries mostly, is of a tremendous magnitude. And certainly we have to have a very open mind and very strong determination to overcome those problems, and many ideas that have been coming through, and how to actually have a new mindset and a new way of communicating with the population and all other stakeholders. How to actually put in not only technologies but approaches for demand management, and also how you can actually use the current resources in a better way, like recycling, reutilizing, like even closing the hydrological cycle or the water circulation cycle within the city. So all of this have to converge, and right now the main challenge is in developing countries, and we have had this event, which has been unique in the sense that it has all kinds of stakeholders, from political to mayors of even medium-sized and small cities have been here. And we have all had also many of the leaders of the UN agencies around, plus a large number of NGOs. So this has been, in a way, a very unique experiment, because there has been meaningful dialogue among them. So this is why UNESCO could not afford to be absent. It's in our main line of work. It's in our calling of trying to provide science to policymakers, and it's also part of our humanitarian and the social objectives that UNESCO has, especially with the adoption of the human rights this year in the General Assembly and with the Council of Human Rights. Then the other part is that with the E of UNESCO, we are in education. And for us, in the International Hydrological Program, of which I am secretary, this is one of the main themes. And actually, we are developing a program of education at all levels, from postgraduate, and there's a lot of cooperation with a very important institute, and even coming down to what would be, like a training for communications specialists, So we are in this game, which is not a game, it's a very serious venture. And we even have training courses for diplomats and political leaders, especially on conflict resolution, which is part of this whole thing, because it's a very complex interplay of all the stakeholders. And now we are very proud also to have a very open collaboration with the UNESCO IHE Institute, which we know it's the only UN body which can grant degrees on water resources. And they have very strong programs in urban infrastructure, and also on sanitation, and and they have been developing some courses especially geared, for developing countries. And something which is admirable for us is that most of the students come from developing countries and they return to their countries. So that's a fantastic achievement. So I think there's a great complementarity among the programs that UNESCO has.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.